Hi, this is Doug.
And I'm Cindy.
Welcome to Help Me Help Mama 5cast. Thanks for joining in today. Today, we've got an exciting announcement. The doors of Caregiver Support Academy are open. We've been waiting on this for a while, haven't we?
Oh, months, yes. A lot of hard work, a lot of information going in there, trying to get everything in there that we think you need at this point.
So that's the good news. The doors are open, but they're not going to be open for long. I'll give you the punchline right now. Sunday night, 5 o'clock, they're closed. Actually, we were planning on Friday night at 5, but because of a lot of stuff that happened, we've extended it 2 days. So Sunday night, 5 o'clock, that's it. Doors of Caregiver Support Academy are open, but they're open right now to founding members. So founding member, that's you. Founding member, that's a good thing. That means you're watching this and you've got an opportunity to get in and get access to a lot of things in this virtual lifeline. That's really what Caregiver Support Academy is. It's just a virtual lifeline for caregivers. So one thing that we're doing is expert interviews. So tell us about that.
So each month we're going to interview an expert, which is a service provider that provides some of the services that caregivers' loved ones need. For example, when my mom, when I was her caregiver, she needed therapies at home after she came home from the hospital, and that was home health. So what we want is for you to know what home health is, what the options are, how to find the best one, when you're going to need it, and all of that's going to be on this website. We're going to interview the expert in that area, and then you'll be able to ask them questions. And then the next week, we're going to do kind of a follow-up and a summary to help you understand how it's going to impact your loved one's life.
So while we're interviewing them, we'll be asking them the questions that you would ask if you were there. But in case we miss something, you can ask your own questions. There'll be a question and answer session where you can ask your questions. Just type them in the chat box and the caregiver will answer, or the expert will answer them. If you miss it, you're working during the day and you missed it, you can just watch it when you get home that night. And if you send us your question in advance, we'll present that to the expert to answer.
So we will record that video so that if you miss it, like Doug said, it will be on there so you can access it and watch the video.
So a second thing is caregiver forum, and this is a biggie.
Man, this is a biggie. This is what I wish I'd had. It's just an extended family of people who are going through the same thing that you're going through. Some of them have already been through the exact same thing that you are now experiencing. And let me tell you, we've had experience in caregiver forums, and they love to share what they've been through and guide others. So this is kind of like a lifeline that you can hold on to, because when you're a caregiver and you're in the trenches, it's a lot of stress and it's hard to think and it's lonely.
Yeah, caregiving is lonely. A lot of times you think you're the only one out there. It's just you and mom. And I know you facilitate a Alzheimer's support group that meets once a month, which is wonderful. Everybody loves it. But if there is, I guess, a glitch with that, it's just that it's once a month. It's like, 1 hour a month?
Yeah. And
people need help a lot of times more than 1 hour a month. So this virtual support group is other caregivers that's there like all the time. You can, for tips, encouragement, this is what I'm doing, this is what didn't work, this is what did work. All of that's very helpful. Private forum just for our CSA members. Courses, that's another thing. We got some good ones, and these are available for our Caregiver Support Academy founding members. For our founding members, we're putting 4 in there, 4 biggies. The first one is the Mom-Centered Family Meeting, and this is designed to take you from where you are now. Maybe you're trying to help mom, and sometimes it happens suddenly. You didn't really have an opportunity to plan, or didn't really think about it. Like my mom was okay. She was living at home by herself. Things were fine. And then boom, she had a stroke. And so my brother and I had to scramble, what do we need to do? And we had to figure out a lot of stuff real quick. But the mom-centered family meeting plan is, what stuff do you need to get together? What did she want? Or if she can't talk anymore, what did she say she wanted in the event of an incapacity? What's her financial documents like? I mean, if she's got assets, where are they at? Are they with a broker, bank? Do you have access to them? Can you get it out without big taxes or penalties?
Can you get it out at all?
Can you get it out?
To use for your loved one?
Legal documents. Does she have a power of attorney? Do you have access to her documents or her money to use for her care? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's better to know all of this stuff in advance before something like this happens, and certainly better to know it before you go into a mom-centered family meeting with your family where you're sitting down. If everybody gets together, maybe flies in, or they're on a call or on the computer and you're all talking to each other. If you haven't done your homework in advance, the meeting's like, well, I don't know. Do you know? Or I thought you was going to get that information. I didn't get it. I thought Bob was going to get it. So it's better to have all of this in advance before you meet. And then what do you talk about? What's the agenda? And then what's the plan? You come up with a plan at the meeting.
And part of this is it's not only just for your loved ones so that you'll know the type of care they need if you assess the situation and how much assistance they need or supervision, but it's going to impact your life. Chances are it impacted mine. It impacted Doug's.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to allow for the amount of time and or resources that you're going to need to provide to help your loved one. So a plan it helps reduce the stress, and it helps you maintain balance in your life and maintain your loved one's quality of life.
The next course, the big one that's in here, is Best Place to Be. And we're just kind of hitting the tops of these. I mean, we obviously can't talk about all of them in just a few minutes, but Best Place to Be, what are the options? A lot of times people don't even know. I mean, how would you? You're busy, you're doing whatever you do in life, and now something happens to mom. There's so many options available, at-home options and facility options. And a lot of times people just don't know, so they skip from, hey, mom's at home, she's okay, something happened, boom, she needs to be in a nursing home. Well, that's skipping over a bunch of stuff in the middle, a bunch of options in the middle, home options and maybe lesser restrictive facility options that are available.
So if you think about it, at home, they can be home alone. They may need some care assistance or supervision. And who would provide that? You stopping by? Would it be other siblings? Would it be in-home non-medical? Would it be the well spouse? Sometimes spouses, one has the physical ability, the other has a mental ability, and they lean on each other. If it's not going to work at home, then you may look at independent living, which is the least restrictive facility type of environment. And then assisted living, which they may need help with some activities of daily living, skilled care, and let's not forget hospice.
I just visited with a daughter yesterday whose mom went to independent living, and she loves it. I mean, she loves she loves the socialization, being around people. At home, she was just by herself, and they've got an activities director there. She loves it. So another big course is how to pay. This is kind of a biggie. This stuff's expensive. All of this stuff is
all of it is.
And so how to pay, how to marshal mom's resources as well as possible to pay so she don't run out of money. It's particularly important if there is a well spouse, sick spouse situation where the well spouse don't spend every dime on the sick spouse. And then if the sick one dies, well, what's the well one left to live on? And we see that situation real often, and it's sad where it's not done correctly. How to best use your personal assets, how to best utilize or access government resources or community resources where they are available to help.
And a lot of people just don't address this. They may be in denial, like, oh, we're going to be okay, we're going to be okay, we're doing okay now, and it's going to be okay. it may not be okay. So it's
unless
better,
something's done. Yeah,
it's better to plan, because when you run out of money, you're going to run out of the options.
and we don't want to do that. So the next big course is working with siblings. You know, when we just utter the word siblings, we see some people, big group hug, then that's fuzzy feeling, pit of her stomach, and then other people, it's like the hair stands up on the back of their neck, and it's like, ugh.
Well, this is a very emotional time, and some people react differently, and it's usually the ones that react differently that do not want to participate in the family meeting. They say, Mom and Dad could take care of themselves. We don't have time for this, whatever their reasoning is. So it's really important that the ones that want to work and help develop a plan for your loved one be able to sit down and talk about all of this.
So all of this and more is in Caregiver Support Academy. We could literally talk the rest of the day, but we won't. So caregiversupportacademy.com. The doors are closing this Sunday, November the 10th, 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope to see you there. We really do. We're excited about it, and we have a special prize for founding members. Again, that's you that's going away Sunday at 5 o'clock. And the reason it will go up next time we open the doors to Caregiver Support Academy is we're working hard on this. We're putting a lot in there. We're putting a lot of content, a lot of new courses, a lot of videos, a lot of expert interviews, a lot of caregiver tips and interaction with each other. There's just a lot in there.
And a lot of step-by-step direction. It won't be overwhelming, because we give you step-by-step and checklists and things to do to walk you through it.
So if you want to take advantage of this low founding member price, check it out, caregiversupportacademy.com. Before Sunday at 5 o'clock, because this is kind of like a college class. You register, and then the doors close, and it starts, and we'll work with our founding members, and it will reopen at some point in the future, but it'll be at a higher price. We hope you take advantage of the lower price and all of the things that'll be available to founding members. Thank you for watching. We hope you have a great week.
And thank you for being a caregiver for your loved one. You're making a huge difference in their life.